What up, family? Welcome to my channel, Malibu. What's going on? Where we're going to talk about the status of the nation, music, and we're jamming. I have questions where we just ask each other questions, and the round table where I just kick it with my homies and we discuss the latest news. So check it out.
Hello everybody, Malibu here. Welcome to the Status of the Nation. So basically what we're going to be doing, we'll be running down some of the biggest stories that have happened in our country. And let's get started. Okay, so the first biggest story right now is the whole Pravin Gordhan getting arrested. Now, I remember when the story broke, like most things in our country. It broke in the middle of the night, very like thief in the night type thing, that apparently he was gonna get arrested. And it was all because of the whole SARS and the rogue unit when he was commissioned at SARS. Basically, Pravin is saying that he did nothing wrong. He doesn't understand why he's been investigated. That's fine. My problem lies with, the presidency and Zizi Gordhan. And my problem with them, it's really very simple. So when this whole story came out, the president was like, no, we don't know what the story is about. We don't know what's really going on. There's no truth to it. Then Zizi Gordhan comes out and he's like, the story is being planted by people who don't have the best economic interest of the country at heart. My problem is that that's it. A story breaks that the finance minister could be getting arrested, and that's what you guys say to reassure the nation. I was just not impressed with how they handled the whole thing. Because at the bottom line, we're still in this moment where we don't really know what's going on. If it's a personal thing, if it's a political thing, we don't really know what's going on. And I feel like we need our leaders to come together and reassure us, because right now, we're all really nervous. I mean, a sitting finance minister getting arrested will be a disaster. Can you imagine, the mess we would find ourselves in? I mean, we're still dealing with that reshuffle in December. Yeah, we remember. But yeah, so we still don't know what's going on there, but we really need some answers quickly. The next biggest story was Parliament. Now, I'm sure most of you saw what went down in Parliament like a week ago. Let me tell you, when I watched this thing, I think for a second, I felt like that couldn't be what I was seeing, because I was like, are we really, this is where we've gotten? And I think what really devastated me about the whole thing is that initially when Parliament started, a lot of people started watching Parliament, because it got interesting for a while. Everybody's like, oh, it's gonna be spicy, turmeric. We all found it very funny, but it's not funny anymore. And the reason why it's not funny anymore is that, these are the leaders of our country. Where's the good governance and where's the leadership? The idea that even for 2 hours, Parliament can't sit from start to end, it makes me worried about how then are they going to be running this this country. All the parties seem to just be jockeying back and forth for their own position, but no one really seems to be caring about the greater good of the nation. So I'm going to need real leaders to step up and say, you know what, guys, we need to cut this out. And I know everyone was so quick to be like, yeah, other countries do it too, and the memes were flying. My thing is, it doesn't make it okay. Just because other countries are doing it doesn't mean that we should be doing it. I think we need real leadership to step up and just do the right thing, actually lead and govern this great republic. A great story, just on a lighter note. Africa Day was a couple of days ago. I love Africa Day. It's one of my favorite days because for a change, there's just a great air of positivity and everybody's really feeling good about the continent and where the continent is going and how it's moving. And it was really great, just to see the patriotism that everybody had. The one really interesting thing though was AU spokesperson came out and said that the African agenda wanted that by 2063, Africans are going to be able to move around Africa without a visa, which I am personally here for. I want to travel the rest of Africa, but it just becomes such a hassle. And the idea that someone with a British passport can move better in Africa than me is ridiculous. And yes, I know you might say 2063 is far, but hey, at least they're talking about it, and I for one am here for it. Egypt Air. You guys heard the story about, the flight that went missing, and it was found in the crash, and people died. And really this is just to say, prayers go out, to the families. It really is a sad story, because you think about it, that 1 minute your loved one is getting on a plane and it's just like, bye, call me when you land, and there's none of that. So really just prayers, to the families and to everyone out there. And yeah, I just feel like the aviation world just needs to do better. we can't keep having these planes missing and just all of these different things. They just need to do better just to reassure people, yeah, because I mean we all want to travel, we want to do all of these things. But yeah, prayers out, you know, to Egypt and, you know, to all of the families. Lastly, in celebrity news, so Bonang Queen Bee, she got invited to Uganda to go host the Uganda Entertainment Awards. Very cool. I mean, no one does it like Bonang, the hostess or the mostess. What I found interesting though is that I saw a couple of days ago she was trending, and I thought it was because of that, but actually it wasn't. She was trending because some of her gay fans feel like she should have turned that gig down. Because as we all know, Uganda's got very harsh homosexual laws. Like 2 years ago, it was outlawed completely. Like you will go to jail. That's how serious it was. And a lot of her gay fans basically just felt like she should have turned the gig down because they're like, well, I mean, Bonang, we're your fans and you know how we feel and you're going to this country. It was just a lot of back and forth. My take on the whole thing is, and I suppose I'm also asking you guys, is that, is it fair? Is it really fair to ask Bonang to give up a gig because it affects you, right? So we're not talking about something that, you know, is affecting her directly, not that I know of, but we're talking about her fans. Now we're saying that she shouldn't do it. Because what happens when it's not a homosexuality thing? What if it's a cultural thing or a religious thing? Like, are we putting or are we asking too much of our celebrities, you know? And when you're Bonang, you know, do you find yourself in that struggle of your ideals or a check? It's a question, you know. But anyway, that's just some celebrity news. But yeah, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment below on some of these stories. Let me know what your take is. Let's keep this conversation going. Thanks for watching. Bye.